How to Know a Person, The Art of Seeing Others Deeply and Being Deeply Seen by David Brooks. This was the April Strong and Kind Book Club read. It's a really good read. Again, I'm not a critic. I'm probably not going to critique most of the books that I read. I'm just going to provide a simple overview. And this book, it really brought into the forefront of my mind like how important it is to slow down and just realize that most of the interactions we have with people are actually like relatively deep. And even when you encounter somebody at the grocery store, that person is the summation of the totality of their experience. And that seems overwhelming, and it kind of is overwhelming because we can't possibly manage like everything that person is in a short encounter. But you can also respect and see people and treat people with kindness, knowing that life is crazy and complex and hard, and people have so much struggle and pain that they have either overcome or that they're going through or that they will go through, right? So a few big things stand out. There's a lot of really insightful stories in this book about conversations and people who are really good at interacting with others. On a regular basis, David Brooks talks about being an illuminator, being somebody who can ask good questions and really deeply get to know somebody, which is something to aspire to. So much of being a human is wanting other people to know about us or be seen. We want to be seen for our accomplishments and for our struggles, and we want help. And, he talks about how people who are really good at entering into other people's stories and asking questions are people that we often really, really enjoy being around. And that's a hard skill to learn. So the skill of listening, the skill of asking good questions, these are also things that we don't really consider to be skills, and they're really paramount for being a human that other people want to engage with. And frankly, it goes back to the Maya Angelou quote about people want to be seen, heard, and understood. And so much of that is taking the time to do those things. There's a lot of really powerful quotes in here. In the later stage of the book, he talks about the fact that there's times when people will be like in like the setting of like a clinical psychologist or, even for me, like as a physical therapist and as a coach, we can often see people just purely on like the nature of their problems or their diagnosis, but you don't want to lose sight of the fact that like this is a really complex human with a really probably long story in front of you. And modern day life is not really set up to hear people for their long stories. We have short appointments, short attention spans, and things often get rushed. And it takes a lot of trust in life to slow down and have meaningful conversations and develop meaningful relationships with people that aren't necessarily like super transactional in the moment. So really great read. Will change your perspective and will hopefully help you get better at listening to people, seeing people for their, who they are, and maybe hopefully understanding them better. So appreciate you following, like and subscribe to the channel. Please hit me up with any books that you've read or anything oriented towards strength and kindness that may be of use for you or service to me. So appreciate you. Have a good one.